Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining. My name is Dave Cott, and I'm the Managing Director here at MKO Advisors. MKO Advisors is an IoT consulting firm located in New York, and today we're going to talk about an IoT security device called Office Sentinel. This security solution is currently on the market. It's been tested by existing clients and has proven to be an affordable, out-of-the-box cybersecurity solution for the SMB market, as well as for virtual employees working from home for enterprise companies. With me today are Asim Riaz, who's co-founder of Secure Home, and Omar Maratuk, he's EVP of Global Alliances here at MKO Advisors. So we've done some extensive research over the past year in determining the best IoT and cybersecurity solutions on the market for small business. And we have jointly created a superb offering with the Office Sentinel from Secure Home and the MKO Advisors team. We did this in order to assist in bringing a user-friendly and effective enterprise bank-grade IoT and cybersecurity solution to our SMB clients. Secure Home's website, just for reference, is securehome.io and not .com. So just so you know where to find it. And we will be introducing one of their co-founders in a minute to take a deep dive into IoT security and their new IoT security product, the Office Sentinel. We are excited to be getting the word out regarding the Office Sentinel. It's an extremely affordable and user-friendly, out-of-the-box IoT and cybersecurity platform for SMBs looking to protect their confidential data and internal IT systems. The majority of MKO Advisors clients have multiple offices as well as remote workers, and protecting these virtual assets and endpoints is a high priority. In order to provide this offering to our clients, we have formed a strategic partnership with Secure Home. And so without further ado, we'd like to introduce Asim Riaz. Again, he's the co-founder of Secure Home and the Office Sentinel. Asim, please take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate the introductions and the details there as well. Good morning, and thank you everybody for joining as well. Appreciate your time today, and also once again, thank you to MKO for this opportunity as well to bring this amazing, basically invention that we've done to the market as well, and making it affordable for all the users as well. So let's talk a little bit about what we've built and what are we doing at Secure Home. In essence, what we wanted to do, we wanted to make a cybersecurity offering that was very easy to use for the average consumer without having to worry about the technical minutia of it all. Cybersecurity seems to be on top of mind for a lot of the people today, specifically SMBs, since they're the biggest targets and stand to basically lose the most as well from any cyber attack that could potentially put them out of business. So that's what we decided to do. We decided to basically come up with a solution that was turnkey, simple to install, and autonomous as well, that would basically take the decisions and do preventative actions on your behalf without you having to intervene all the time. So if we look at what's really happening in the world of SMBs and smart offices in general, a traditional office is now converting into a smart office. There's a lot of smart IoT devices that are getting brought in, even outside of your standard computers and laptops. We're talking smart thermostats, automatic blinds, smart appliances, camera systems, smoke detectors, fire alarms, etc., etc. The list goes on, even smart lights. Now, with the onset of all of these technology, obviously, adds convenience from a management perspective, gives you an extra view into it, some control, but it's also putting people's businesses at risk as well. So if you have a smart camera that could potentially be breached, and there's been numerous cases, if you go to YouTube, there's filled with tons of articles, news articles of different, monitors, maybe baby monitors or security cameras getting hacked inside the homes and businesses for nefarious purposes. Fire detectors could be tampered with, etc. as well. Smart speaker systems, malfunctioning devices. Worst of all, data could be stolen. And if your data is stolen, that pretty much puts your entire livelihood at stake as well. So once again, Smart devices are adding a lot of convenience. However, they're also adding a big deal of exposure as well for us. So our solution, what we came up with was a simple plug-and-play Sentinel sensor that you see on the screen. It connects to basically your internet router, and it comes with a mobile app that allows you to monitor and control all the different devices on the network. Now, as a background, we have collectively, amongst some of the co-founders and the extended technical team, over 40+ years of cybersecurity experience in the enterprise space. And we've done, large-scale deployments for cybersecurity solutions for, significantly large organizations, major banks as well. And what we wanted to do was to bring the same level of security to an average, home user / small medium business users as well. So that's essentially what we've done. So we provided an enterprise-grade layered security solution with Office Sentinel. So in case the bad or / nefarious actors are able to penetrate one layer, they get caught at the second. If they penetrate the second, they get caught at the third, et cetera, so on and so forth. There's no security solution that is, available today that anybody can, say is 100% non-hackable. Any solution out there that is available in the market, whether it be, deployed in NSA or, the top security agencies or federal agencies, they all have some, attack vectors that could be available to them and they could be penetrated. It just takes a lot of time and effort. So if you look at the whole idea behind developing solutions such as this, really is to basically stand up a lot of barriers so the actors who are engaged in hacking or trying to hack basically lose interest and deviate their attention to other networks that are more susceptible, that are not secure for hacking. So they would end up, attacking those instead after losing interest in your network. So we've put out enough barriers there to make sure that, nobody gets through. And if there is any sort of a leak, we are able to identify that regardless and stop that immediately as well. We'll talk further about that in a few slides. Part of the solution, if you look at what we do, how it works, is from the time of installation, is the first thing we do is we identify all the devices that are connected on the network. And that's the first step. You can't protect what you don't know is on your network. So the first thing we do, we look at, we go out and automatically discover every single device that's sitting on your current, on your network today, whether it's a smart IoT device, thermostat, your cell phone, your laptop, tablets, computer systems, you name it, anything that is connected to the internet, we will identify it and discover it and basically associate that with a particular device set, whether it's for example, a smart doorbell or a security system, a smart printer, etc. All of those are identified by name. And then what we do, we start creating a profile around a particular device. What do I mean by profile? So profile is basically alluding to the fact that we look at how a particular device is supposed to behave versus how it's behaving. For example, if you have a security system, a camera system installed, or even an alarm system, monitoring system, we know based on the manufacturer specification and profile that is supposed to communicate to a particular destination on the internet and able to communicate, with a particular amount of data that is sending. Those two are obviously, the key ones to start with. So number one, we make sure that it is talking to the right destination. If it's not, we automatically block that communication from happening. Also, we look at the amount of data it's sending as well to that destination versus what it should be sending based on manufacturer specs. If it's sending more than that, that is also flagged for a potential leak as well and autonomously corrected. So those are a couple of details on the device profiling. From a threat prevention perspective, we automatically block bad actors from coming in or gaining access. So anybody trying to access devices on the network from outside in will be blocked anyway. That won't happen. If some of you get a malicious link, to a website that takes you to a phishing or a malware website, those are automatically identified and blocked as well. from being accessed as well. So there's a lot of security measures put in place. In addition to that, we also have included value-added features such as managed Wi-Fi. So if you have a business and you wanted to allow certain devices to communicate with only certain destinations on the internet, you can choose to do so. It's also really beneficial to have this managed Wi-Fi from a device profile perspective as well. So for example, you can choose to, when you get the app installed, you can choose to say, hey, this particular device is an IoT device. That way it automatically blocks any non-IoT related communications. For example, although that device is connected to the internet, but we can block it from going to, let's say, a search engine like Google, for example, or any other commerce site, etc., or any other particular URL categorized site as well. If you're putting this device in your home and you work from home office, etc., you can also do parental controls from it too. Now, when we do the blocking of automatic blocking of a particular site, if your device is trying to go to a particular destination that's deemed unsafe, we give it a risk score as well. So we give it a certain percentage, and we'll show that in the next few slides as well. Everything that is blocked is given a risk rating / scoring. And we identify that this is based on this percentage of surety that we are positive that this is a bad website. That's why we blocked it. And here's why we blocked it. If you choose to unblock it, you do have the option to do that. Only the administrator has the option to do that. In that point, it'll be logged as well that you chose to unblock it. Anything does happen, you're pretty much on your own there. We've also done some task automation management as well. So we're integrating things such as, Alexa as well as we go into the future. So that's coming shortly, where you can simply ask Alexa, hey, Alexa, what's happening with my Sentinel? And, pull up the recent stats or block websites, etc. So that will be available soon. But we're also making it possible for you to monitor the smart speakers as well, such as Alexa / Amazon Echo basically, or the Google Homes. I'll give you a good example why. So we have obviously a lot of these devices in our labs, and one night, late at night, our Amazon Echo device decided to communicate to Twitter and Snapchat, and we got an alert on our app that there was an abnormal activity happening on the Echo device, and it was communicating with Twitter and Snapchat. You might be thinking, well, those are very commonly used social websites, so that should be safe. Yes, those are safe. However, based on our individual usage behavior and learning, basically learning behavior and machine learning, it realized that we have never used that device to communicate to those destinations. So that's why it flagged it as abnormal. So just because a site is safe to visit, like a social website, doesn't mean it's normal for you to visit that as well. So the device does learn your behavior, and it adapts that over time as well. So that's an added feature that we've put in there from a security automation perspective too. So from a security standpoint, we are protecting all the devices that are connected on the network from, a lot of these basically, malicious intents, whether it's, malware, farming, ransomware, phishing attacks, spoofing, Wi-Fi eavesdropping, device, data exfiltration, et cetera, you name it. And the list is growing, obviously. And that's one of the reasons why we have a subscription for Sentinel, because we need to continuously improve the security around all these devices. And as those devices and threats evolve, we're adding that to the database as well. So it's an ongoing effort. You can never reach, 100% nirvana, so to speak, when it comes to online / cybersecurity. It is an evolutionary process. So looking at it overall, we do provide cybersecurity in a nutshell, visibility into what's going on the network, as well as control for all your devices. And a sample screen that you see is a example basically of what the app interface looks like. So if you look at the top screen, unsafe internet activity, and you see that in red, those were automatically blocked. There is no action required for those. If you look at some of the yellow ones, alerts here, you'll see it says new internet activity. So there was a light switch, basically that's a smart light switch, and it was basically visiting a new website. So it identified that as a new activity for that particular device. And a Ring doorbell, if it's trying to, send more data than normal, it'll be identified as, hey, abnormal device activity, excessive data, usage detected, etc. So it does give you full visibility. And if you wanted to find out why that was created, you can simply just click on that particular alert, and it'll give you details on that. If you're still unsure of what's going on and you want to reach out to somebody, we've made that very easy. So if you see this 3 button icon here towards the bottom right of the screen that will appear on your mobile app, you simply click on that and you can reach out to our support team to either submit a ticket request, file an incident report, and or ask for additional feedback, and also provide additional feedback as well for improvements. We are always looking at our users and giving us additional feedback on what areas we need to improve on, and we take that seriously, and we'll start building that into future versions of the app as well. So if you look at this particular next screen here, so what happens when there is a attack, for example, or if there's a malware site or a link somebody that sends you. So in this case, this particular device, it tried to go to a site that was classified as a malware website, and it was automatically blocked. So it created an alert indicating that hey, we've automatically blocked it. You don't need to action anything. We realized this is a nefarious attempt. We took care of it basically. And then this other same device as well was going to a new URL, and it was detected as well, and that was identified and highlighted here as well. Now, a lot of these, once again, can be customized. So if you choose to not receive alerts for new URL devices, new URL destinations visited, you can actually choose to do so. So if you have a computer, for example, that you often use to go to a lot of different sites, you probably want to disable that, otherwise you'll be getting a lot of alerts. So everything is customizable within the app as well. So that's, in a nutshell, what we've built. We do have existing customers as well that are obviously, using our solution today. Here's a testimonial from one of the home builders, and one of the reasons why they chose us as well, in a nutshell, was to help increase their smart home sales. So when they're in the business of building luxury homes / mansions, and oftentimes a lot of the users, one spouse or the other, will have used to have objections on buying a smart home that was already fitted out with smart cameras, monitoring systems, etc., over the concerns of privacy. So they are partnered with us and installed our solution in their homes to get over that hurdle, where they are providing their home buyers peace of mind as well, that the solutions are secure and they cannot be hacked. So that's a little bit about Secure Home. I'll pass it back to Dave and Omar for some comments as well. Thank you.
Good, thanks a lot. That was great. IoT has been radically empowering the consumer and business landscape over the last decade. The number of connected devices is expected to reach over 25 billion by 2025. Even more so, 5G connectivity is ensuring that more businesses will be connected to the Internet of Things using more and more endpoints. We can all agree that the potential in IoT is endless. It's not all good though. All those endpoints mean more attack vectors for hackers to take advantage of. Vulnerabilities are threatening to tear down trust in the connected world, especially as IoT moves into B2B spaces and industrial sectors where risks are much higher. Security is the key. Office Sentinel is the bank-grade, enterprise-grade IoT platform specifically built to SMB and remote virtual office space environment. call us, email us, or visit us at officesentinel.com. We thank you for joining us today and look forward to speaking to you. Again, this is Omar Marituk. We can be reached at 800-770-5820, or again, email us at info@mkoadvisors.com or omarm@mkoadvisors.com. Thanks, gentlemen. Thank you all for attending today, and we look forward to further dialogue. Good day.